Time now for sports, and we lead with some major news from the world of squash. After a successful year hosting international tournaments, Cayman has been awarded another major competition. In 3 years' time, the world's top women will contest the World Squash Open at Cayman Bay. That announcement made today by local squash promoter and club manager of the South Sound Squash Club, Dan Knipe, in a press conference at the tournament's location. With the picturesque Cayman Bay backdrop, Knipe said after the huge success from the inaugural Cayman Open this year, international squash officials awarded Cayman the opportunity to host the event. Flanked by Cayman's top female player Marlene West and other local officials, Knipe outlined the benefits the international tournament will bring to these shores.
2010 Cayman Open at Cayman Bay. The event will be worth over $2.5 million for what it can inject into the Cayman Islands between sports tourism, television coverage, media exposure. Once we host the 2012 World Open, that's expected to be over $7 million as to the value that it will bring to the Cayman Islands.
Great for the juniors to see their top players being able to compete with the best in the world. But more importantly, it's also achievable that they can play at that level as well.
It's a huge opportunity for us to showcase the sport of squash, throughout the Caribbean, but more importantly to the juniors in the Cayman Islands. Our goal in Cinza is really to have as many juniors as possible playing the sport, developing, and hoping to go on to produce, the premier athletes.
Part of the conditions for Cayman hosting the event in 2012 include the successful hosting of next April's Cayman Squash Open at Cayman Bay. Several of the world's top women and the Caribbean's top 10 men have already confirmed their participation in the tournament. And as expected, the Cayman Islands Triathlon had more than 170 competitors this past Sunday, battling for the right to be crowned Cayman's fittest. It was a busy morning for the athletes starting at the public beach. Their sagey groom running past our cameras. Defending champions Marius Acker, he retains his overall title after 3 solid phases. Acker clocks 2 hours, 6 minutes and 20 seconds, edging rival Jasper Mickelson on the run. Expect to see Acker back in action this Sunday in the Cayman Islands half marathon as he tries to defend his title. Now to some cricket news, and while the current side is struggling against the Aussies, retired West Indies batsman Brian Lara has been honoured by the Australian government. Lara was presented with an Honorary Order of Australia award during a special ceremony on Sunday. Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd was in Trinidad for the just concluded Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting and pinned the medal on Lara's jacket in recognition of his service to the sport of cricket and as an advocate for the development of the sport. And finally, disgraced sprinter Marion Jones is in basketball training with a view to playing in the women's NBA, the WNBA. Reports today say that the 34-year-old has been working on her skills in San Antonio since October. Jones played college basketball while at the University of North Carolina, where she was the starting point guard on the national championship team in 1994. She also told the New York Times that she hopes to play in Europe this winter and in the WNBA next season. That's the final whistle in sports this evening. Weather is next.